Welcome back, and I'm going to actually let you introduce this one.
Actually, I was going to let you introduce them because,
I hate to take your gusto.
That's okay, go ahead.
This is your thing, but
now's your moment.
We got
no
Deb
pressure.
and Darcy with the Twin Lakes Playhouse.
Yes, we do.
And you know them, I would take it.
Yes.
Oh, that's right, they're your personal friends.
Yes, personal friends. And they're here to talk about...
Our very best friends.
Best friends, BFFs. They're here to talk about the upcoming show that's going to be at Twin Lakes Playhouse. Deb, tell us about it.
I would love to. This is a one-woman show, and it's called The Lady with All the Answers. And I am so pleased that I have this lady who is starring in it, Darcy Sherrod. She is one of our best comedian at the theater, and so it's really just a treat to be able to work with her again. I've worked with her in 2 other shows, and she's delightful. And she really has Ann Landers down. This is a show about Ann Landers in 1975. And I don't want to go into the plot because I don't want to give that away, but she does discuss quite a few things throughout her career that have happened to her, or advice that she's given, or letters. She reads some letters on stage, some very strange, this will boggle your mind. That's one of her favorite ones. And I'm going to let Darcy talk a little bit about her character because she's just worked so hard on this, so I really want her to.
Well, thank you, Deb. This has been really a challenge. Anytime that you portray a real person, that especially one that was internationally known, like Ann Landers, it's really a challenge because there's so much that you have to capture about the character, from the look to the voice to the mannerisms. And believe me, I have been playing YouTube roulette, finding all of these clips, that might show a little bit of Anne, or Epiliterer, which is her real name. So this has not only been a great challenge, but it's been a lot of fun. Mm-hmm. And I've only ever once before played a real person, and that was in the Patsy Cline. Yeah. And but not everyone knew Louise, from Patsy Cline. But at the height of her career, Ann Landers had 60 million readers all over the world. Mm-hmm. So
incredible.
Yeah,
everybody knows Ann Landers.
Yeah,
mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And the show takes place one evening in her apartment in Chicago, and it's all based on actual columns, actual letters that she wrote, interviews that she did, written by a fellow named David Rambo, and with the help of her daughter, Margot Howard. So this was done after Anne had passed. But anyway, Margot worked with the playwright and supplied him with a wealth of material to do this. So anyway, we think it's going to be a lot of fun. We'd like people to come out and see Ann Landers.
And when is it?
It opens on the 11th of July, and it runs for just one weekend, 11th through the 13th. Friday and Saturday are 7 p.m., and the performance on Sunday is at 2 p.m.
People will want to get out and see this because it is just the one weekend. It's
Yes.
a little bit different than
Yes,
most
yes.
of the other plays we do over
It's
there.
a special one that we did. Of course, we'll be happy to, if there's a huge crowd, we'll be happy to hold it over. But, we are running it for the three days. There will be a wine and cheese hosted by the theater on Friday night. That always gets people in the mood. And it is like an opening night, so it's wonderful. It's a lot of fun to do that. And the tickets are $11 per person, and they can be purchased online at twinlakesplayhouse.org, or if you want to make reservations, and we'll get back with whoever leaves their phone number, they can call us at 424-0444 for tickets.
Excellent. This is going to be one of the shows that people are going to be talking about.
That's right.
We hope
They are
so.
going to be talking
In
about
a good
it.
way.
In a good
Yes.
way,
Yes.
absolutely. Yeah, I've already heard some buzz in the community about it, and
Great.
and people that follow you, Darcy, are looking forward to it. I know. So.
Oh yes, well she's quite well known around the Playhouse because of 3 very wonderful performances in things that were very big. So, and then, of course, she's going to join us again next season and in something else, too. So that's going to be fun. But anyway, right now, we have a little surprise for you. I didn't really let you know.
I do too.
Yes, don't you? Darcy's actually going to give you a little taste of Ann Landers. So she's going to show you she's going to have a little bit from the play.
All right. And so we have a surprise guest. It's
Yes.
Miss Ann Landers.
That's right.
Not all of my mail is about the big things like infidelities and betrayals. No, quite often it's about the smallest, the silliest, like the proper way to pronounce February or toilet paper. Oh my, yes, especially toilet paper. This will boggle the mind. I almost didn't run it. I thought it was inconsequential. Dear Ann Landers, while I was visiting my family back in Sioux City, I brought up the subject of how they all needed to reverse their paper towels and toilet paper on the spools since they were placed incorrectly. The paper should be coming up from the wall, up toward the top, over and out. They all disagreed. Please settle this for us. Signed, Paper Crazy. Now, first of all, you come into my house as a guest, relative or not, and tell me how to hang my toilet paper? Bub, the elevator going down has your name on it. But be that as it may, I wrote Paper Crazy. There is no right or wrong way to hang it. My preference is like that of his relatives, back against the wall. And that's how 60 million people found out how Ann Landers hangs her toilet paper. 15,000 letters came in. 15,000 letters about toilet paper. It just boggles the mind. With all the important issues that are dividing our country, war, morality, abortion, guns, nuclear proliferation, apparently this is one of the most polarizing of the day. So, let's see if it's still true. Who thinks the paper should come up from behind the wall? How many of you? No, I'm not asking how it's hung in your house. I'm asking how you think it should be hung. So, who's for back against the wall? All right. Now, how many of you think it should go the other way? Up from behind, hang down in front. I wonder how many of you live in a household where there is a disagreement on this issue, the issue of tissue. And who's ever gone into someone else's bathroom, taken the roll off the wall, and switched it around? Now, as to whether the seat should be left up or down, well, the answer to that is non-negotiable. Right, ladies? And there's a little and for you.
I'm not sure to talk about the play or to get into the toilet
I
paper issue.
I just want to point out, first of all, that was wonderful.
Thank you.
Thank you very
Thank
much
you.
for that. But I just want, because they didn't see you raise your hand when she asked.
I
how many
saw it.
She was asking a question.
Yeah.
I had a
So, aside from the play, Scott does go into people's homes, and just for his friends and family out there, he will
I
come into your
have
home
done
and
it. I have done it. Because to me, there is a right and wrong way.
of course there is.
Actually, this is interesting, and I can understand why 15,000 letters came into this letter. Because people really, this is a serious, you're hanging it the wrong way.
Yes.
Yeah, I know I went round and round like that with the X. Maybe that's why he became the X. I don't know, just,
You're right, though. People have definite opinions about that, but that was
That was hilarious.
wonderful.
Oh,
the way
thank you,
you
Karen.
channeled her.
Thank
Yes.
you.
And
Still a work in progress. But.
talking about going on and studying, that is something that whenever you're playing a real person, that it's important to have the nuances down.
Yes, it is.
So
Yeah.
that was very good. It was like
Thank
she
you.
was here, wasn't it? It was like,
I thought it was funny, and I wanted to answer. I had to be honest.
so tell us again real quick when the performances
Yes.
are.
It's July 11th through the 13th, Friday and Saturday night at 7, Sunday at 2. And tickets again are $11. They can be purchased online at twinlakesplayhouse.org, or if they want to call for reservations at 424-0444.
And they need to make sure and leave their phone number if they do
Yes.
that, so people
Maybe
will know.
twice.
Yeah.
Yes.
To
Yes.
who to call back for tickets. And it's called The Lady with
All
the
the
Answers.
Answers.
It's the story of Ann Landers. You will not want to miss Darcy Sherrod as Ann Landers.
That's
Thank
right.
you,
Thank
my
you,
friend.
Karen. Thank you.
It
That was
good.
hilarious. Good way to end the
It
show. That was the
way
perfect.
to end the show. That's why Twin Lakes Playhouse always goes at the end.
And this is something I can talk about. Toilet paper. I know about toilet paper.
Well, on that note, we got to say goodbye, Scott.
We do.
Yes, on the note of toilet paper. And
Maybe they'll keep Dan and we could do it again.
absolutely.
We can only
but
hope and pray.
I
No.
appreciate everybody being here today, and thank you for everybody turning in, and turning on, whatever. And we'll see you next time on 726 Mountain Home with Karen and Scott.
Well, see you. Thank you. Good night.